Hey, beautiful cosmic souls. I hope all of you are doing amazing. Happy Monday. I hope something significant happens for you today. And I hope you guys had a wonderful Saturday and Sunday. Either way, we're tapping into physically, mentally, emotionally, energetically, financially, sexually, and spiritually today. So do take it as it resonates, of course. I already have the cards laid out today, so you guys can see them. They're right there. Okay. So the signs that we can get the signs out of the way are Cancer, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Pisces, Aries, Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Virgo, as well as Chinese years, sheep, pig, rat, ox, rabbit, dragon, snake, tiger, rooster. Okay. You guys hear the jet? I had to let it pass. Okay. You can still hear it, but physically, the chariot and the reversal. Mentally, Nine of Wands. Emotionally, Three of Coins reversed. Energetically, the Nine of Cups. Financially, the Queen of Wands. Sexually, the Knight of Wands in the reverse with the King of Coins, King of Pentacles. Spiritually, King of Swords, Ten of Coins, and then the Fool in the reverse. Okay. All right. Well, of course, we're going to start with the physical energy here with the Chariot. Hold on. Cancer has a lot to do with the chest area, and if we're talking about physically, you guys could be physically experiencing congestion, chest pain, tightening around the chest. Maybe some of you could be doing a lot of heart chakra, like healing. And when you do that, you're doing a lot of releasing. And when you are releasing for the heart chakra, a lot of that energy emotionally is actually stored in this area, generally, like around the back, into the sides, into the front of the chest area. So there could be some of the things that you've been experiencing to release and where you had stored the emotional pain. But with the Chariot in the reverse, you guys can kind of feel like you've been held back by obstacles in the physical world and in your physical senses. Some of you may not be getting enough sleep, and some of you may be overeating because you feel like there's no control. You feel powerless to something. We're definitely going to have to clarify on that one a little bit further, but I want to jump to the mentality, because the mentality and what I'm seeing for you guys are persevering. You're very close to success. You guys are gathering your strength mentally. You're fighting for your own corner. You definitely feel mentally like overloaded, and some of you feel a little mentally wounded. But because you have been wounded, because you have gone through the trenches, you really have come out stronger and a warrior on the other side of that. So no matter what, you always are trying to develop on your own strength and will. Your will to be strong, your will to, go after what you desire, your will to be ambitious or ambitious, if you would like to say. But yeah, that's the energy of where you are mentally, which is actually really good to know, right? But then when you come to the emotions, the emotional factor of your life right now, the Three of Coins in the reverse, there's a lack of comprehension. There's a lack of people listening. There's a lack of communication. That means to me that like emotionally you're not being respected by those by your peers, by your like superior people that are in your life. They're not respecting you. They're not really they're not understanding you, or they're not actually trying to delve into what you were trying to say to them, or they're not interested. And that's bothersome. I'm feeling for you emotionally. But when you come to your energy and the energetic field that you carry with the Nine of Cups, it's beautiful, because you guys have this celebrating and energetic energy about you. So no matter where you show up, it's always your higher self coming with you. Okay, so no matter where you go, your higher self is with you, present with you. And that could be where you also know like some of the things you would like to say out loud, you question it, but it's not like because you're questioning it because other people. It's really because you're questioning it because is it something you would like to say for yourself? Is that really how you would like to handle yourself? Is that really how you would like to display yourself? In that sense, your higher self is always trying to make you do the better act for yourself, like you and who you are. And there is maturity, there is responsible energy about how you go about saying things. um I do feel like with this energy though, there's some kind of wish being granted in your own energetic field, and it is very satisfactory. This is something you guys bring with you too, so no matter where you go, people are satisfied, like, just to be near you. Like, there's a feeling of, like, if somebody was in total chaos and a total mess, like something happened to them, like they just heard about some kind of bad news, and then they seem to come around you, they have the ability to like release, but like peacefully. Like, it's a sense of peace and satisfaction. It's a sense of relief. Okay, almost like you're the pain pill to the pain that somebody else was feeling or experiencing. That's that energy of like the energetic Nine of Cups. Now, when it comes to the Queen of Wands and your finances, I like that for you. You guys are creative, so you do find creative ways to make money. You guys are also on top of your game. You guys are sharing. You do share. So just because you have money doesn't mean you hoard it. You actually know, like, money does come and go, and money does have flow. So no matter what you're giving out, you're always going to get back. No matter where it comes from, it doesn't matter if it's coming from the same person you're giving to or not. Like, you have that openness and that awareness to understand, like, money is going to flow no matter what. So as long as you keep, doing it with good intentions, in the sense of your mind and your brain has no, like, problem outlet. Like, there's no problem outlet for you to share money or you to share things. That's why everything returns to you so solidly, so beautifully. Like, it's in return, it's always tenfold no matter what. But financially, there's some kind of blessing coming your way. With the Queen of Wands, I feel like it's a brand new beginning because you cycled out an old ending, but there's something you really wised up from this past cycle. And for this new beginning, it's everything you really needed from this past to be able to move forward with all the wisdom that you've already gained now. So it's like your reward is because of your experience. You're very fiery and you're very passionate, so you could never just go to a job or a career or whatever if it was only for you to make money. No, it has everything to do with, you don't just want to make money, you actually want to express, you want to create, you want to, something needs to fulfill you for you to be able to be doing it every day. You're not just doing it for money. You're doing it because it has to be the thing that motivates you, that makes you want to keep getting up every day, that makes you want to keep, whatever. Yes, your kids could do that if you got kids. Yes, your partner could do that if you got a partner. All these other things you make you motivated. But what I mean is, like, because I could be motivated for anybody, because people will keep going to work no matter what. Like, oh, I'll keep just showing to work because I know I need the money, or because I'm motivated to do it for my kids. But some people are miserable at work. You're like, I'm not going to go to work and be miserable. I mean, I want to support my family. I want to make sure everything is cool. I want to make sure my partner's good and everything, but I want to make sure that I'm fulfilled doing what I'm doing. I'm not going to just do it because, like, you need to find motivation in work. That's what I feel. I'm also getting the symbol or the sign, this energy, whatever it may be, that God is trying to give to me, that you guys really need to find yourselves being very optimistic. Like, you already are, but there's a sense you need to be even more so about the way your finances are going to be coming in. So optimism is a very important factor for you guys right now at this very moment. Now, when we get to the sexual energy, this one's very more curious to me, because Knight of Wands in the reverse means to me, like, there's wounds, there's hurt, there's betrayal, there's been energetic discomfort is what I'm getting with that energy. And with the King of Coins, it means there's been a lot of work that you've been doing sexually, like traumas that you've been working on to bring security, to bring stability, to bring structure, foundation back into your sexual foundation in itself, which is giving me the vibes overall of something that's more reliable, something that's more confident. But you've been wounded, and another thing you've been realizing is that there was immaturity involved. There was just going after what was, like, the looks of it, not the feel of it, but the look of it. And the look got in the way. The look was the distraction of where the feeling really was. And then this really made you realize that you don't really want to go after looks anymore. It's not about looks. It's not about how things look. It's actually about how things feel. So, looks and looking in your eyes can deceive you. It's all distraction. And the next time you go about like love, or if you are now in love, you go about it differently than you did before, especially sexually. Like, you're not just about like, hey, you look attractive, I want to get it on with you. No, it's like, hey, your mind, your mentality, the way that you just handled business, like you just cooked that dinner, you took care of the kids, that right there turns me on. That right there is like, woo, girlfriend, woo, baby, whatever. Even if it's like, you took out the trash when I asked you to, you didn't even hesitate, you just got up, you put your slippers on, you did it for me. You thanked me for dinner, like this kind of stuff, whatever. These types of things, that's turning me on, that's making me hot for you. Like, not just like, oh, you look good. No, what can you provide? What can you do? Can you listen? Like, those types of things are what's going to really turn you on. This is you being direct. This is you being like assertive, like to the point where like, I don't just mess around with just looks anymore. You can look good all you want to look good. Celebrities look good, and guess what? They don't even do half the things for themselves. They have people working for them. They have people doing these, driving them places, cooking them food, making them their makeup, do whatever. People are doing things for these people. They're not doing it for themselves. And this is something like, you're like, anybody can make money, but what you do with your money is what's important. And I feel like it's more like, anybody can make themselves look good, but what you do with what you look good with, like, in a sense, like what you do after you make yourself look good is what's important. Like, just like what's inside is more important than what's on the outside. And what's on the inside will always make the outside glow too, by the way. So if you like, if you're a good person on the inside, you're always going to go outside beautiful. But if you're a rotting, nasty corpse on the inside because you're just so mean, brutal, and judgmental to other people all the time, you're not going to look like that great on the outside. I mean, you could look at the prettiest girl in the world, and if they are not like healthy on the inside, they will look soulless. They will look dumbfounded. They'll look like an AI computer robot. you know and no, anybody can look pretty, anybody can look good, anybody can be rich, but it doesn't matter. Anybody can have a nice house, anybody can have a nice car. It doesn't matter what you have. It matters what you have on the inside and what you do with it on the inside. And that's something you guys are going through sexually and understanding. Now, with the spiritual energy, this is beautiful. This is actually exactly where I'd love to see you guys, where I've wanted to see you guys be. You guys are finally discerning and finally detaching yourself from things spiritually, yes, spiritually, because this is spiritually you finally seeing in physical forms what things have been holding you back. This has a lot to do with this physical energy of you having obstacles in your everyday life that you've been really challenged with to try to move forward with. But you got it mentally, but emotionally you haven't been respected. This is telling you about these individuals in your past that maybe you were too easily letting them to be disrespectful of your life because you wanted so badly to participate that you would have just given anything to be a part of it. But now you've noticed that's not the way to go about it, and you actually going through that has helped you to see who you really are. But then it's also now really helped you to be more confident in that person that you were worried about or embarrassed of, or halted of allowing to grow. But that's okay. We all mess up. We all go through these situations where we feel like to fit in, we can't be saying this, or we can't say that, or we can't do this. But you know what, we can say whatever we want. If people can say whatever they want, why the hell can't we? Sorry for the cussing, but yeah, why? Okay, this is telling me that you guys are no longer going to be falling for that reckless energy. You have now found your family amongst you in the ancestral realm, the spirits, the divine. That's you really leveling up with the King of Swords. You are in a higher spiritual authority right now. That's what this energy is definitely representing. You've detached. You no longer, like, you've cut cords from people that were energetically, that especially because the Nine of Cups energy, you have cut cords with these individuals that were emotionally trying to drain you, didn't want to respect you, physically making you toss and turn at night, or making you overeat, making you worry, right? And this is you finally seeing that you don't need this because your energy is so beautiful. And this is what actually attracts these energies so much to you, is because of how beautiful your energy is. They want that for themselves. Free for all, right? For free for all. That's what they want it to be. They don't want you to find out what your power really is, so they like to hold you back. They don't want you to really discover yourself emotionally. They don't want you to discover yourself physically. They don't want you to know who you are, because once you know who you are, they know that you are going to see right through them so good, so great, that they're not going to get access to you. What's that mean for them? that they're going to have to figure it out for themselves, right? That's exactly what this is about. So spiritually, you're doing what you got to do. You're being stern. You're using your head over your heart in a lot of these situations, because once upon a time, you let the heart get in the way. That's where I say this heart healing, this like a heart chakra energy of healing. The more you are doing this, the more chest pain you could potentially be having, because of how much pain and how much trauma and how much hurt you had actually stored inside your chest area along your heart chakra. Your heart chakra completes this whole area. Okay, so you will store that type of pain, and also some of you could be losing some fat cells. Like your muscles could be finally like building in that area too, because that's also part of it. Storing fat storage, same thing. It happens to be exactly like that. And with the Fool in the reverse, I just feel like you guys are stepping away and cutting cords from the people who were reckless, the people that were fools, that lacked commitment, or were fearing commitment, or were just gullible to follow whatever they were told to follow without trying to actually go within and maybe even rebel a little bit, you know what I mean? But yeah, this is exactly what this is all about. You guys have definitely leveled up. So I want to clarify a little bit on that physical energy of the Chariot in the reverse. Physical energy. Temperance. Definitely, because it's in the reverse. That was the pain. That was the descent. That was the not so harmonious energies. The things that you karmic soulmates. Yep, that's what these are. Karmic soulmate energies. Another Sagittarius energy, but yes. This is you realizing physically you've been experiencing the chest pain, the congestion, whatever. Though even congestion, because mucus can even be like nasty energy, because it will catch things and it will come up and it will build, and you'll feel like the regular saliva turns into mucus because of like energetic like demonic parasites and stuff like that come your way. This is you like really getting rid of all that in the chest area, chest being the lung area, being whatever it carries in this area, as well as the back. So these are the things you've been releasing in the physical energies that you have been experiencing. That's exactly what that is. So I needed to get that to clarify it, and that makes me happy that it got clarified perfectly. But let's see, the metaphysical cannabis oracle deck. We got the hermetic. Create. Exactly something you guys love to do. Create. I'm going to read it to you. On page 80, by the way. Create. In the edible card, we see a mortar, a pestle, fresh herbs, and fruit laid out. 2 dehydrated fruit squares are lying on the table. It's time to create your own medicine and experiment in the kitchen with different nootropics and plants. And the edible oracle is akin to Thoth, the father of writing and magic. It is said in legend that he has left several emerald tablets for humanity to find, so they can know how to truly live. 2 of these tablets have yet to be revealed to humanity, and won't be until we evolve our consciousness enough to fully integrate the teachings of the last lessons needed to grow. Listen to the plants around you and take your medicine into your own hands. The plant spirit is marigold. So that's beautiful. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. I hope it helped you in any way it could. Just know you're doing exactly what you need to be doing. Have a beautiful rest of your day.